Hello, welcome to class. This is American Federal Government. This is an introductory video for the online sections of government offered at Rogers State University. My name is Ken Hicks. I'm the department head for history and political science, and I'm the one that's responsible. I take full responsibility for developing the master course that several other faculty will be using. Um, so this course is basically a requirement. It's a gen ed requirement. That means basically if you want to earn an associate's or bachelor's degree, you have to take some version of American federal government. Why, you ask? I think because this is sort of like Citizenship 101. I think the expectation is, and it's historically been very broadly shared, that a well-informed citizenry is an essential feature of a democratic polity or a Republican polity, whichever you want to say. And so there's a strong sense in which we think if you understand how the system works and you understand the principles that govern American government, you'll be better able to understand your own role within the system, and you'll be a more full participant in American government. And that's, I think, again, widely shared as very important. So there is one text required for the course. Um, that is Ginsburg, Lowy, Ware, Tolbert, Campbell, Spitzer, We the People. Note, this is the 13th Oklahoma edition. That means there is a state and local government chapter that you'll want to make sure you get that edition, because that's something that we're going to be dealing with. I want to say in week 4, we address the state and local government issue right after we deal with federalism. So I don't want to get overly in the weeds in terms of how the course is, the course requirements and things like that. But I think I can get away with kind of broadly saying, that the course is divided up into 1,000 points. There's weekly forums and quizzes that are each worth a total of 240 points each, or 480 points, which is again roughly half of the class. So a big part of the class is doing these weekly activities. You have to read the material. You have to participate meaningfully in the forums. I'm doing something different with the forums. As always, you're going to be responsible for reading the textbook, reading a chapter out of the textbook, but there's also going to be an article attached to each weekly forum that kind of addresses an aspect of that chapter. And so I want you to look at participating through the lens of that particular article, and kind of give that as a springboard for participating in the forum. There are a lot of rules. Don't be mean to one another. Don't provide excessive fluff, which is, again, if you're typing in a response and you read it and you realize you haven't said anything, well, that's what I'm talking about. Avoid that kind of stuff. Avoid formulas. If your instructor is reading your participation in the forum and they can line them up, and everyone is the same thing. Hi, blah 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 blah. What a great post. If you're doing that, that's again, you're just using filler to try and reach a word count, and that's not what we want. Again, no flaming. Don't be mean to one another. Don't parachute, which is to say, wait until the last day of the week to do all your participation. Again, you need to be checking into the forum on I would say on a daily basis. Check it, see if someone's posted. If you go to the at a glance page on the website, you'll see if either I or a fellow classmate has made a post. Read the post. Type in a 100-word response, and you're good. It's really not that hard. So again, the main point of the forum is, again, to make sure that you're working on the material. It's kind of like a week-long virtual classroom where you check in at your own leisure, but you check in periodically. And so there are requirements. You have to make an initial post by Tuesday that's demonstrating that you've read the material and you've thought about it a little bit. And then you need to make at least four posts. And again, the minimum is 50 words, but that's not going to get you full credit. If you want full credit, you need to give me 100+ words, probably closer to 150, And again, they need to be substantive. They need to really address the material, in a way that demonstrates to me that you've read the material and are thinking about it and have some ideas. Um, so the weekly forum is worth 240 points. The quizzes are worth 240 points. That means each week, each of those assignments is worth 15 points. So that's about 30 points a week that, again, over a 16-week semester adds up. The quizzes are also worth 240 points. Again, 15 points per quiz. There are 3 unit examinations worth 100 points each that, again, distribute the material. So around week 5, I guess, or week 4, we have our first unit exam. And then the final exam just covers the last third of the material in the semester. I have a requirement for group work. I don't know if everyone, all the adjuncts and the other instructors are going to be willing to do that. That's fine. You will have writing assignments. The writing assignments, again, are related to the course material, requiring you to do some critical thinking and to, basically kind of like just fill out a form. The last assignment is a critical writing or a short writing assignment that's worth about 70 points. Requires you to read. They're 2 fairly long articles that, again, you need to summarize the material effectively. Let me know. The point of these exercises is basically to show you the inside of government and to show you that a lot of times we think government is doing stuff that's not really important. Well, a lot of the stuff that's happening outside the camera eye is in fact very important. Let's see. So it's a 1,000-point class. If you want to earn an A, you need to earn 900 points. If you don't really care, earning a B is worth, you have to earn 800 points, and so on. Submitting work, again, people's policies will vary. I tend to be fairly permissive about allowing assignments in. I think it's important to give people opportunities to get the material in, so I don't just automatically assign zeros. I will penalize late work. You need to let me know in advance if you can't get something done. That would be a good idea. Deadlines are very important for both you, the student, and for me, the instructor. Getting assignments in on time allows you to move on to the next batch of material, but it also gives me time to get all the material together from all the students and get those assignments graded in a timely fashion. So the more late assignments come in, the harder it is for me to get grading done. Grading policy, I believe in challenging you. I want you to learn in the class. I want you to understand the material. Don't really care whether you're a liberal or a conservative or a moderate. Just want you to be thoughtful and and demonstrate that you're learning the material and that you're interested and committed to to learning. As I often say to people, you get out of a class what you put into it. So if you make a serious investment, you'll be far more likely to do well in the class. Again, if you want an A, you have to earn it. You have to work at it. I want you to feel like you were challenged in this class, and you will be. If you're going to fail, it's because you're not trying. I'm going to do everything in my power to put you in a position to succeed, and I hope all the other instructors will as well. Academic misconduct, don't cheat. I have a whole statement in the syllabus, which again you can find the syllabus on the syllabus page. There's also a file, a file of the syllabus in the week 1 course resources link. So academic misconduct, the biggest sin that people tend to commit in this class is plagiarism. Don't cut and paste other people's work and then claim it's yours. That's easy enough to spot. And serious consequences can flow from that. Again, don't cheat. Students with disabilities, anybody that has any problems, you need to let me know in advance. You also need to report to Student Support Services, Student Affairs. They'll help you get resources to accommodate you. Rogers State University, the faculty and staff are committed to putting you in a position to succeed. So in order to do that, we need to know what kinds of issues we're dealing with. So if you'll communicate with us, we will work with you. Teaching philosophy, I'm a strong believer in the Socratic method. A lot of people kind of roll their eyes and say, how do you do that in an online class? And well, primarily you do it through the forums, and you do it by asking questions and trying to get students to think through their responses and to talk, and to discuss. Obviously, you're going to do that through a forum, but it's not that impossible to do. And so again, I think if you take the forum seriously, you'll get a lot more out of the class. About the instructor, my name is Ken Hicks. I'm an Army brat. I was born and raised in the Deep South. Moved around quite a bit until I was about 7, and then my dad, we went to Fort Benning, Georgia, where we retired. My dad retired 7 years later. I spent most of my adult life on military installations and in the Deep South. I earned my undergraduate degree at West Georgia College, which is now State University of West Georgia. And I earned my master's and PhD at the University of South Carolina. I've been doing this a long time. I love teaching. I would rather be in the classroom than teaching online, but you have to follow the wave where it goes. More and more, I think online education is becoming sort of a natural part of the process. So again, I've been department head here since 2008. I like my job. I like students. Anytime you want to talk, please feel free to come by my office and we can chat. So again, this is for my students. It's for every student, really, though. If you have questions about politics, I'm happy to talk. So if there's anything else that you need out of this, please contact me or your instructor. I'm kind of hopeful that the instructors will replace this video with one of their own. Again, there will be videos posted throughout the course that are designed to guide students and help you figure out what you need to know. So let's have a great semester and learn a lot.